How are you?
You today? I have to change my title. So, Perry, can you talk about the weather really quick? Because you're going to do
I
it
show.
anyway.
Yeah, people. Welcome to Vegas, baby. Welcome where you know the heat is always heating, okay? It's like 112 degrees right now as I speak. Yesterday, it's reports that it could have got up to 120. I just know when you in hell, laying in that love seat, it's hell, regardless of 115 or 120. I'm just telling you, people, it was damn hot, okay? But hopefully you guys had a much cooler weekend and enjoyed the fourth activities, barbecuing the ribs, steaks, the burgers, all that good stuff. But we're going to go ahead and get into some, talk about my girl. It's been a long time, and I'm coming to the realization that sometimes you just got to let it go.
Okay.
You got to let it go.
Are you sure, Perry? Something
Oh
is
no, it's
seriously
hard.
wrong.
It's hard. As much as I want to let it go, I can't. I can't lie. I can't
All
lie.
right.
Everybody know I
When
love
I said talk about the weather, I meant talk about other people's. You took up the whole time for yourself.
Oh, I just figured they was much cooler than we were, unless they was in Phoenix. Maybe.
Well, I don't know. It got up to 112 degrees. I mean, 115. No, 120. It was 120 yesterday. 120. I love living in Vegas, except for these 2 months, because it's not so bad in June either. All right, you guys, I changed my title. We've got things to talk about today. We're going to talk about Simon Guobadia outing Porsha for having an affair with the rapper Future. Now, girl,
Damn.
I love you, Porsha. I don't care what anybody says. People are not so nice to you these days. They keep calling you a word that starts with an H. But anyway, why Future? We're gonna talk about that. Like, he
Yeah,
is
I
just
thought he
the
was just
worst.
diving into Percocet. Now he diving into Porsche. My goodness.
And then we're going to talk about Kenya being dropped from Sally's. Ooh, it's not. I think somebody's trying to punish Kenya. We're going to talk about the backlash that Kandi Burruss is receiving for supporting her friend Kenya. So let me pull up this In Touch magazine really quickly. Okay, so here it is. All right. No, that's not it.
Hey, why
I
you
gotta
whispering?
find it. I had it. I don't know. Did you send it to me, Perry? Can you send it to me again?
Oh, what was that?
The In Touch magazine about
Let me see. Let me see. Hold on.
Porsha and Future. Child, poor Porsha. Girl, everybody knows, not Future, anybody else, but I got it.
You got it? Okay.
I got it. But
Right.
Future. Okay, Future has been with how many women? First of all, how many kids he's got? He's got about 6, 7 kids, about 4 baby mamas, right?
Mhm.
He's just I like him. Let me start by saying that, because I don't want anybody to misinterpret what I'm saying. Oh, before I get into this article with Future, I wanted to thank everybody that is helping me behind the scenes. Thank you. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Running a channel is hard. It's very tedious. It's a lot to do. So thank you guys for helping me and Perry. I really appreciate it. Perry, you've been the best co-host ever. Remember, I didn't want you to do it.
Yeah, you said I wasn't shit.
I didn't say that. All right, let's get into this article. Now, Simon is not making life easy for Porsha at all. But I'm Team Porsha, but I'm also Team Realist. He's not going to let her sit up here. Hey, Freddie, Porsha's going for Larsa. Larsa sloppy second. Freddie is messy. Hey, Freddie, how are you doing? Megan says, Porsha ride the Underground Railroad.
Oh my God. Why is everybody snitching on my girl like that?
To Futures. Look at that. my God.
Y'all got to stop snitching.
My God.
If my girl wanted to be the HO, let her be.
All right. Future has been with Sierra. He messed that up. Who messes up a relationship with Sierra? He's been with everybody and their mama. Of course, like Freddie said, he had an affair. No, when Larsa was married to Scottie Pippen, he had an affair with Larsa.
But let's admit, the man like everybody.
He's not the dating type, okay? We all know that he has distanced himself from his best friend Drake. They got in an argument allegedly over a girl, over a woman, not a girl. I got to be very specific when it comes to Drake, over a woman. Somebody sleeping with somebody's woman. It doesn't matter. Those are two hoes, Drake and Future. So I'm not understanding Porsha. Usually you get a man established. You don't date guys like Future, but according to Simon, she has, and he is outing her. I'm going to read this full article so I don't miss anything. It says the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams' estranged husband Simon Guobadia demanded she answer several questions under oath as a part of their ongoing divorce. In Touch can exclusively reveal. Okay, I'll do that. It said he asked her to admit or deny that their prenup was unfair and unreasonable. Listen, I have to admit it, you guys. Us Porsha fans, we love Porsha, but we have to acknowledge that Simon is smart. And he's not a pushover like his cousin, the cousin that Porsha dated. He is taking her down. And that's why I told you months ago, Porsha, leave it alone. Walk away with nothing. Let me keep going. In addition, he asked her to admit or deny that she married the respondent for his money. Oh my gosh. Other questions include asking her to admit or deny she filed for divorce without telling him. That's huge. Whether she cheated on him during the marriage or whether she was sexually intimate with another person during their union. He asked Porsha to admit or deny that she was never in love with him. Wow. Simon also asked Porsha to answer, what was your understanding of the reasons why your husband paid you a 5-figure monthly allowance during the marriage? What? You messed that up? Huh?
Did she answer though?
I don't think she did. I don't know. Let's keep reading. Simon asked her to explain the nature of her relationship with a man named Kelvin. Does that sound familiar? Kelvin? Not with. Okay, we don't know who that is. Her ex, Dennis McKinley, and another man named Jonathan. This is all during the marriage? Oh, Lord.
I mean, isn't Kevin Future's real name or something like that? Maybe?
No, his real name is not Thaddeus, something like that. He requested also asked, explain the nature of your relationship with Nevadius. That's his name. That's Future's name. Damon Cash. Future's last name is Cash? That doesn't sound right. I wonder if, okay. Professionally known as Future. Simon did not expand on the questions or his reasons for asking. Sources close to the reality star tell In Touch, Porsha does not know Future. No, I don't believe that. He wouldn't just pull a name out of the hat like Future, who can go public at any time. I don't believe that. Do you believe she doesn't know Future, Perry?
I mean, she might not have known him for that long, but she been on that dome. I'm just telling you that. I mean, Simon told me that.
As In Touch previously reported, Porsha filed for divorce in February after 15 months of marriage. She demanded the prenuptial agreement they signed before walking down the aisle be enforced. She wants to have the rules of the prenup a part of the divorce. That's what a prenup is for. She demanded Simon vacate their $7 million mansion they shared while married. Porsha said the prenup was clear that Simon had to leave the property. That was in the prenup until the outcome of the divorce. Simon objected to the request. The judge granted Porsha temporary exclusive use of the home. Well, what does that mean, Perry? That he has to go?
Right. Like, I guess in a prenup, she said, among of any divorce that we might have in 15 months, um, you would have to leave the house to me and you stay elsewhere until the
Right.
divorce is
Now
final.
that's a huge
That's a lot.
temporary
Huh?
victory for Porsha. He implemented the terms of the prenup, although it's only temporary. Here's another temporary. The judge granted Porsha temporary exclusive use of the home. Recently, Simon demanded Porsha be found in contempt of court for failing to turn over request documents in the case to date. The wife has fully and intentionally violated the court's February 2020, February 22, 2024 standing order by refusing to turn over her mandatory discovery pursuant to the Fulton County rules. So she's not turning over paperwork to him, and he's not turning over paperwork to her. What's behind that, Perry? What do you think?
I
That's
mean,
weird.
did it say he wasn't turning over stuff? I think it was just her withholding paperwork.
It
Or
was
was it
also
both?
him.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Simon accused Porsha of having intentionally and willfully violated the court orders by not turning over the requested documents. In addition, the businessman argued that the prenuptial agreement was not enforceable. Now he's saying it's not enforceable. Further, the prenuptial agreement is not enforceable under the law because it does not meet the criteria for enforcing a prenuptial agreement. The November 17th, 2022 prenuptial agreement is not enforceable for reasons included. There is no meeting of the minds. The terms were unconscionable. And because the fact and circumstances have changed since the prenup agreement was executed, making the agreement unfair and unreasonable. No meeting is of the minds, but if you sign the agreement, the prenup, then that means there was a meeting of the minds, right, Perry?
At the time, but I think after the prenup, the plans changed.
Okay, and
Maybe
and
he
also
was
he's
paying
saying
her the five. Maybe he was paying her the five figures just to stay at home on her back.
you're not getting a reaction out of me. Something's wrong with you. He's also saying that the prenup is unfair and unreasonable. They added, since the execution of the prenuptial agreement, the wife entered into an agreement with True Entertainment LLC /Bravo /NBC Universal /Truly Original, where wife's income exceeded millions of dollars, which has drastically and unexpectedly changed the facts and circumstances and the intent of the parties when entering into the prenuptial agreement. So at the time that they signed the prenup, Porsha didn't have any money. She was relying on her monthly allowance from him, but now she has a job that brings in millions of dollars. That
Right.
might uphold. What do
And
you think,
apparently
Perry?
other sex partners.
A judge has yet to rule on Simon's request for sanctions. Porsha has yet to respond in court, but she has continued filming The Real Housewives of Atlanta amid the drama. I'm good. Freddie, are you still in the chat? I'm gonna drop the link if you want to come up because I haven't seen you in a while and you might know some more things. I think, and this is just my personal thoughts, I don't think Porsha's gonna get anything out of this divorce. I
Yo,
think
I mean, she might lose something depending on how much she getting paid.
I
From
just
Bravo.
yeah. I mean, I just don't think it's worth it. But you did get temporary custody of the home and he has to go live somewhere else. He's probably at Shamia's house right now because remember, all of the friends love him. I just wouldn't keep playing hardball with him. That's just me. Perry, what would you do if you were a woman?
I mean, Porsha should lift her head up and realize the gold digger got played. Go on to the next victim. You know what I'm saying? Move on. It's more digging to do out there. She's beautiful. She got the little freakness that most of the guys like. You know what I'm saying? She can make it happen.
Do me a favor, send a email to
Oh,
Freddie,
okay.
see if he wants to come up because I
Okay.
think he left. I mean, it's just not worth fighting. Do I think that he made up that she had these affairs? No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not just gonna come out and say that. Oh, Perry had an affair with, I don't know who's a famous person, Taraji P Henson,
Sure
because
did.
Taraji P Henson has every access to clear that up. I think she did have an affair. I love you though, Porsha. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I just think that he wouldn't make that up. Future's too famous to make that up.
Do I think he made it up?
My mind's telling me no.
I think
It's
she did.
believable.
Here, Freddie, he's here. Let me drop it
Oh,
again.
okay. Okay.
I just don't. I don't think Simon would make that up. And Future is always going after some girl he met at the club, right? And then one thing leads to another. Especially we know when Porsha gets drunk. Just ask Bolo. Was it Bolo? Bolo. Bobo's your friend. Bolo. Whatever.
Bolo. Yeah.
I just think he's gonna pull out your dirt. He's probably hiring private investigators. Porsha, please leave this man alone. Walk away from this divorce without anything.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
ruining.
Future normally meet the girls in the club.
He does.
But this is what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking this.
Mm.
Simon can't come back to the house.
Right.
Porsha could have had a house party. That's where she met Future.
So I say, what the hell going on up in here?
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that
I
could be
dropped the link, Freddie. That you are messy. You are messy.
That's what I'm thinking. And Simon wanted me to send you a message. And I probably really shouldn't be doing it because that's my girl.
That's you don't like Porsha anymore. You've been too disrespectful.
I really do because I can't let her go as much as I want to.
You've been too disrespectful.
I know I'm trying to fight my way to. I'm trying to find ways to hate her so I can let her go, but I can't. I'm like hooked. You know what I mean?
I feel bad. I just don't think this is worth it, Porsha. This man is going to drag out all of your dirt, and he's made nice with Fallon. She might come out of thin air and testify. Just let it go. You're too famous. Everyone's going to be talking about it.
It could be the one that's giving him the info. She's probably trailing Porsha when she go up
Fallon.
Door. Yeah, Fallon's out there with the camera. She got the camera and she's sitting by the bar when Porsha flirting with somebody else. But Simon just wanted me to get this one message across, and this is what he said. He sent me this. He just sent me this, and he wanted me to display it.
Look, we all know you for the gold-digging slut that you really are.
Barry, you cannot play that. Please stop.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Simon said it, and that's it. I won't do it no more. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
you.
We good.
I mean, let's see what the audience says. They were married so fast, and already she's had affairs. She said they talk about some guy named Jonathan, a guy named Kelvin. Who are these people?
Tyrone, Mario, Rico, Rashawn. The name go on. I don't know, but
listen to this. Listen to this. The doctor said she has to have had more than 24 hours in our day, meaning there wasn't enough time for her to have all of these affairs. Maybe Future, but an unknown Kelvin and an unknown
I mean, they was like 15 months. They was married. Simon would go overseas for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe it. Hey,
it don't take long to have those kind of affairs. Like, I mean, shit, it was this one episode where in the Housewives where Simon came on married to somebody else. By the end of the season, he was sleeping with Porsha.
And so you're still calling yourself a Porsha fan?
I still think she's gorgeous. She's like a little whorish.
Al, is there enough hours in the day for her to have all these affairs? What is Simon doing?
Hey, Perry. Hey, Sharrell.
Hey.
Y'all, are we really taking this serious?
Yeah,
I didn't take the marriage serious to begin with.
Well, why not?
It's Hollywood, Sharrell. The marriage itself, girl, I knew ever since when he was parading her around and had them 20 different weddings, I said the ceremony's gonna last longer than the marriage. And god damn it, if I haven't been right since.
Look, Al, I'm not gonna let you come up here and hook up with Perry and y'all double teaming me. Portia's my girl. I believe what she said. I believe that the marriage between him and Simon were over. It was over
Well,
with him
yeah,
and Fallon. My bad.
yeah, the marriage was over because the scam was over.
Y'all are messy.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean, when she's sleeping, when your wife's sleeping with the caddy, man, you know, the one that carried the golf club, the pool boy.
Hi, Freddie. How you
Let her
doing?
go.
I'm good. How are you all?
Long
What's up,
time
Freddie?
no see. Are you still following all the housewives?
Of course I'm following everything. Why I wouldn't miss it for the world. I've got my eye on everyone.
Okay. Do you think Porsha needs to walk away?
Well, this is Porsha. She has made a living out of marrying rich men. Sometimes it's worked better than others. And I just can't see her willingly walking away from Simon without money.
She's
And
not going to get any
particularly,
money,
well,
Freddie. Do you think she's going to get money?
Well, I think she's very worried at the fact that if he gets deported, that this prenup then might not be able to come into effect. So she's thinking, well, if I hold on to the house and he gets deported, I've got a $7 million house.
Yeah, but then she also got to pay for that $7 million house.
Right. Why
Well,
would I want to?
what she'd do? Well, what she'd do is, I believe, she'd sell the house, probably buy somewhere for half the value and pocket the other half.
Well,
You
I don't
guys,
know.
come on. Can y'all stop with Porsha? I feel that if she's been married to him, she should get something, not as much as she wants, but something. And I think he doesn't want to give her anything.
And what
He
should
could give
get back?
he could give
I
her
mean,
the Rolls Royce at
what should he
least.
get? What should Simon get though? Okay, because you're saying that they both should get something. What should
Right.
Simon get? Should she just only get stuff from Simon? What can Simon? I mean, can Simon get her old house?
What?
No, I'm
Simon
just
Simon needs
saying.
to go to
Like,
jail. Simon ain't got nothing. Everything he got is stolen. So what is she? Everything that she getting gonna end up being confiscated by the FBI.
So you think that Simon's a scam artist, Al, and you think that he has no money?
Yeah, like y'all, the writings was on the wall clear as day. He's from Atlanta. He hang around all the hot spots. He's a scammer, and this has been going on. Y'all, this is not his first marriage. He's a serial husband to renew his green cards. Now that the FBI done caught on his scam, and now he can't re-up on no more money. What's in it for Porsha? And I'm with Freddie. She either gonna drag this out so she can either keep the house, or she gonna drag this out so she can get her another cash flow going off this here. Because
Oh,
I
if she
agree.
dragged this out long enough, this is worth a book. If she dragged this out long enough, this is probably worth a whole storyline for the next 2 seasons of Real Housewives. So it's not necessarily the money that she may be going after, because who's to say that they can even have access to it if the feds don't got it?
And
well,
the
Al,
other point I might add on to the fact is that her deal with Bravo, it's not just for Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's for other shows. So she might do instead of Portia's Family Matters, it might be Portia's Family Crisis. And it's all about Simon being deported and everything just going wrong and how she's going to get a Rolls Royce and a mansion and something off him.
Freddie, do you believe the rumors that Simon is broke?
I mean, I mean, the
It's no way.
businesses don't make sense, does it? I mean, it doesn't
Right.
seem to be making any money. I mean, he's in something incredibly sketchy, I think, and we don't know.
I
I
think he
think
has
he's.
money. It might be sketchy, like you're saying, but who's buying all this stuff?
I
It's
mean, for
him.
real, let's keep it real. As much as we can call that man a scammer, yes, you can be a broke scammer and you can be a rich scammer. Now, when he's out buying these cars and these drinks and these dinners, he ain't doing that shit with food stamps. This man, something now, regardless of where he get the money from, I'm just saying that the things he getting, I don't think he's getting it all from scamming. That's just my opinion. But what you said, Al, about the longer she wait, the better off she'll be. What the longer she drag it out, she might lose her damn job on Raw.
What?
And I'm just saying, like, because she ain't
Harry.
really got no storyline. If she can't film in the house, the cars.
I mean, this
mean-
is worse than what Kim Zolciak's deal is with Croy at the moment. I mean, it's really not good, is it?
Did you just compare Porsha to Kim Zolciak?
I mean, at least,
Really,
yeah.
Freddie?
I mean, Kim might have had things taken away, but at least she's still be able to drive her own bloody car.
What is this? Hi, Conscious. How you doing? I called you this morning. I'm gonna call you when I get off. Conscious says Porsha walking away would defeat the purpose of why she married him. Y'all are messy to start with. She slept with the with the thicker version of Flavor Flav. She's getting her clock. Who is the thicker version? Did you just call Simon the thicker version of Flavor Flav? Come on now. Did y'all hear about Flavor Flav? They're renewing that show, the dating show with Flavor Flav, but now he's in his 60s.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know what it was, I'm afraid.
I don't even want to tell you. He goes on a date with all these different women. He is so not attractive. Is that bad? And now he's unattractive and he's old with these 20-something girls. That's just disgusting.
So he's an old ugly motherfucker.
That's it. Oh my God. That's it. So listen. So Kandi has been going around town really standing up for Kenya, saying that she doesn't think it was fair that they fired her. She's just really been windmilling for Kenya, and people in the chat are turning on Kandi. They're saying, come on, Kandi, you know what Kenya did was wrong, showing somebody's revenge pee, and people are just going in on Kandi, and she's not backing down. She's still standing by her girl. Now, what I want to know is how come when we used to cover the show, Kandi was perfect and everyone loved her, and now all of a sudden the big what do you call it? Like they're turning on her, the audience. Were there bots before, or is what Kenya did so bad that the audience turned against her? I like Kenya. I don't see. I feel that was her punishment. What she did was bad, but I still love Kenya and hope she comes back on the show. Does anybody on this panel share my opinion?
Well, I just hope that hair salon make money.
What?
I just hope her hair salon make money.
You are messy.
If she's losing advertisement, stuff like that in the job, man, I mean, it's hard. And then, do she get to pay the sorry father alimony, or is he paying her? I mean, knowing Mark, she probably got to pay him alimony or child support.
Can we go into that whole situation? Because
go ahead, Freddie.
a few months ago, Kenya claimed that she was divorced from Mark, and then a week or two ago, she did an Instagram live, and then she said she's nearly divorced. So it's like, which one is it, Kenya? You're either divorced or you're not. So that really didn't make sense to me. And a lot of people have been questioning if did Kenya lie about finalizing a divorce.
Why would Kenya lie about finalizing a divorce?
That's what doesn't make sense. But why would you say that you're officially divorced and then you say on an Instagram live you're nearly divorced? Just doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know if she's a divorce or not, but I believe she is receiving alimony from him, either
That's
alimony or child support.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it like $500 a month or something?
I don't know.
Thought it was
$8,000. I'm not even joking, but I'm pretty sure it's really not much money at all.
Do you think that Bravo overreacted, Freddie, by firing Kenya? I mean, they held on to Brandy pretty long, and other people. Why fire?
Well, the issue that Bravo have is they've still got all these problems with the lawsuits. They've still got the whole scandal surrounding them about how, their conduct, and, now they've got all the stuff with Teresa and stuff about potentially using people and bloggers to bully other castmates
Okay,
and
so
stuff.
wait a minute, Freddie. I've been gone a minute. They have found out for sure that Teresa Giudice hires troll farms.
Well, what she does is I don't know if she's basically hired Instagram pages and sort of these bloggers that specialize in New Jersey to talk shit about the other people, supposedly.
Her sister-in-law.
Yes, and Margaret Josephs and people like that. But then again, there's a lot of evidence that shows that Margaret's been, also sort of getting people to rat Louis out too. So
Okay, so there's a big scandal. A lot of people are using these bots to troll farms, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask Al, and I'm going to ask you too, Freddie, but I want y'all to be neutral. Do we think that Kandi Burruss is one of the people that used a troll farm? Because let me tell you why. She put a little clip on what was it called? The Shade Room, and she was singing, and everybody was saying she can't sing, and then everybody was clowning her for standing up for Kenya. Do you guys think she would do that? Let's start with you, Al.
Honestly, I don't get into the troll forums. I think they may have, because a lot of these celebrities do. You'd be surprised with how many of them use it just to keep their names going. Now, I did want to touch on the Kenya point really quickly here. I think honestly because my heart is telling me that Bravo made Kenya the sacrificial lamb to make people watch this season. Because that's what my heart is telling me, that Bravo did this as a stunt. So that way it wants to make everybody watch and see, well, what was shown? Well, what was it? What's the actual issue? So that way they can at least get the viewership,
No, Al, we was gonna watch anyway. We were gonna watch. Weren't you gonna watch?
Not compared to the viewership of previous seasons.
Well, they wouldn't do that to Kenya. They would.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping not, because if this season airs, and if it comes out that what they had for her was a little for nothing, that she claimed to expose as revenge porn, I think that's what's really it's either gonna vilify Kenya, or it's gonna either be her justice to her credit with how the season is played out.
Or it's going to vilify Andy Cohen. People would lose their mind if he overreacted on Kenya.
And that's what I'm saying. We have no way of knowing yet, because we haven't seen the show yet. So until the show comes out, this is the big thing now. This is the big buzz, because why was Kenya fired? And as you say, we already have strong opinions about it either way. But of course, everybody going to want to tune in and watch this season. And if my mind is correct with how production is going to do it, they're going to drag out this whole Kenya getting fired about halfway through the season.
Well, they got to be careful. Maybe. Freddie, go ahead, Perry.
It could be for people to watch, like what Al's saying, or it could be like, I think the ratings been terrible. They've been overpaying for low ratings. They got rid of Kandi. That was a big chunk. And then, but getting rid of Kandi, but then they came back and gave Porsha a big contract. So it's like, damn, if this Porsha stuff don't work, what can you say? One wrong thing. They was looking for a reason. One thing. And she happened to be the photographer around the corner taking nasty pictures. You know what I'm saying? So they got rid of her. I get it.
You're saying you're messy, by the way.
They cut the salary. And what I'm saying is that way, if the ratings, the only highest paid one now pretty much is Porsha. And then
who's the highest paid, Freddie?
The other girls get paid.
Porsha's the highest paid on
salary
Atlanta.
Of the girls at Magic City.
Porsha's the highest paid on Atlanta for sure.
Perry,
well, Freddie, haven't they been saying recently that she haven't been really meshing well with the actual clique of the circle? So it's kind of like Perry was saying earlier, it's kind of like no part 4, because they can't really bring her in, and she's not really meshing with the new girls that they got on to kind of bring about some chemistry on the show.
I mean, to me, the way I see it is, I'm holding out hope until Bravo confirm what's really happening. We don't really know if they're still filming or not. From what I understand, they aren't really, because Porsha can't film in her house. She can't film in her Rolls
Wait a
Royce.
minute, Freddie. You're saying you heard that they stopped filming?
Potentially, there's been talk and it's gone quiet. The other issue of why they could have stopped filming as well is allegedly that Brittany Edie woman who Porsche, edited the dick on her mouth, is potentially going to sue as well.
Yeah,
So
I heard that.
Bravo are very worried about what's happening. So yeah, they're trying to tread carefully. I think if they did have fired Kenya, which they have according to Love B. Scott, the reason they would have done it is to prove that they don't approve of revenge porn, and that they're a network that takes these types of allegations seriously, and that they're going to tackle it. Because if you look at the Reality Reckoning and all those other lawsuits, they're saying that Bravo enable this. They allow revenge porn and drinking and all of this stuff. So Bravo now more than ever need to prove they're in the driving seat and they're in control.
I think that Bravo's going too far. I think that, okay, they fired her, that's enough, but now they're pulling her products from Sally's, and I feel like they're trying to punish Kenya for some reason. I just don't think they need to bring the show back. There's too many problems going on. Just leave it alone.
I mean, to me, there's no show without Kenya Moore, in my opinion.
That's right, Freddie. There's no show without Kenya. And plus, this is Andy's make or break. Remember, he's got to cut the budget. He's got to get the numbers up on Roa. And I don't think he should take that chance. It's not working out. You got the new girl trying to sue people. Like, you just got here. Sue. But I understand how she feels with, that kind of tape going around the internet. But I don't know. I just think
it was a picture and a crop and like.
Did you see it?
So yeah, I did see it. I've got the picture somewhere. I can send it to you.
No. I don't want to. Is it graphic?
You can't go messing up that girl business like that if that's what.
Yeah, no.
And apparently, from what I understood, is that Atlanta have quite strict laws when it comes to revenge porn and things like that.
I'm sad that they fired Kenya. The tape, without being graphic, was it?
Wait, Freddie,
was it that bad?
Is that the screenshot of her with the photo of the dildo, Freddie?
Yes.
Don't say.
It's yes. So it's basically a cropped big.
Watch your words. Watch your words.
But it's next to her mouth.
Ooh.
It's not a video, which I know there were claims early on that it was a video, but it wasn't a video.
It was near. It wasn't in, right?
It was sort of like next to it.
Yeah, I seen it. It's just how the angle of the picture was taken, which makes it look worse than what it actually is. Because when I seen it, I was like, they can't be talking about this.
Al, you mean to tell me you think they're overreacting? Seriously?
Well, that's why I just asked Freddie to confirm, because I seen that a while ago on Twitter and I thought, oh, this can't be the real thing, and scrolled right past it.
They doing my girl dirty. What do you have to say about that, Perry? They're doing her dirty.
Look, these two explain. I ain't seen the picture, okay?
Yeah, I haven't
and
seen
just
it
because they
either.
got one little still shot, don't mean it wasn't videotaped. Because I remember all the stories she had from the Bolo thing, and Kenya always came across like a little creeper.
Perry.
The person that was mad because they wasn't invited to the party.
Perry. Come on, you like Kenya. Stop.
I like her, but what I'm saying is, I mean, I can like her. I like Porsha, but I got to say the good and bad. Porsha's very beautiful and all this, but dumb at times and very freaky.
Well, and she likes going for Larsa Pippen sloppy seconds as well, allegedly.
Larsa Pippen.
What I will say about Porsha in future, though, is I reckon it will be confirmed in Future's next album, because he wrote in 3 songs, he referenced Larsa Pippen around the time that affair came out.
So you believe it? You believe she hooked up with Future, Porsha?
Well, when Future releases his new album, I'll see whether he has or not. But he always hints at these relationships in his music. That's what he does.
Oh yeah,
That's what
I
he
mean,
did
I
with
got one of his
Larsa.
samples. I got one of his samples right here of his new album.
Do you?
It didn't work. I'm glad.
Bitch, nigga.
I mean,
Oh,
That's-
I doubt he'll acknowledge her.
Perry,
Okay.
go ahead, Al. There's something wrong with Perry.
I doubt he'll acknowledge her because the whole thing with Larsa was like his long-standing beef with Scotty. But I doubt.
Whoa,
he'll
he had a
actually-
beef going with Scotty.
Yes, it was big. And then Future said in a song something like accidentally effed your wife.
Oh yeah, he did that for revenge. You know, you had to show Scotty who's the man.
Perry, stop. Perry,
Yeah,
stop.
something
Well,
I can't remember specific details, but specifically he had met Scotty, and just like Scotty was probably rude, didn't give him the celebrity encounter that he was looking for, so he held on to it. And first chance he got, he knocked off his wife and put it in the song to let him know.
Mm-hmm.
Child, that's messy.
But
I still laugh at Perry's line of when he said that Scottie Pippen was not only was he not as good a player as a Jordan, but but the Jordans are also clearly better in
Yeah.
bed.
Freddie's always saying something crazy.
Yeah.
Let's pull comments from the chat, see what they're talking about. That's the fake picture. Oh, I just hope they keep Kenya off for a year and bring her back.
I would think they probably have seen some hardcore evidence more than these little pictures that Al and Freddie talking about. I think to go on the limb like that to dismiss her from the show, they probably seen the whole 35 minutes of it.
I mean, there's so many rumors out there. I mean, to me, I'm gonna make my decision based on when Bravo confirm actually what the hell is happening.
Yeah. Have they said anything about it?
No, they've kept really quiet. I'm not seeing any evidence on any of these women's stories that they're filming Real Housewives of Atlanta at the moment.
I got a feeling
and Bravo are keeping quiet. They're not saying anything.
Because they're railroading Kenya. Let me read this comment. It says, come on, Sharrell. You know Kenya is a mean girl and has picked on every new person she felt she could handle when they started. Marlo was time enough for her, but she destroyed poor Kim Fields.
Just
yes, what you said is very much true. And I don't know if I'm just making excuses for Kenya or what, but not just on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, on every franchise, they've got the clicky girls that stick together. And when a new person comes on, then they give them hell. And so she's not the only one who does it. Am I just giving her excuses?
Yeah, I mean, you know what, Sharrell, you just a fan. You a fan.
Teresa is the queen of trolls. I can't believe she got caught being a troll. Remember her wedding hair?
Oh my gosh, it looked like a bog brush.
Y'all so messy. Someone said, you are making excuses for Kenya. I am, because Kenya's been working there. She came the second season, right? She's been working there forever. That's what she does. If it's not that bad, if it's like Freddie and Al are explaining, then I think they should bring her back. But yes, distributing revenge is bad. So I don't know how, I haven't seen anything, but it is bad. But maybe, as a punishment, fire her and then bring her back. They've done it before. Right?
I mean, that is
I think
what
the
the
real
rumors are
issue at the
saying.
root of it is her like being petty enough to take if it was a video or to steal, and then like being petty enough to share it amongst everyone else. I think like that's the real root of the issue. Like, how low can you go to really do that?
How low can you go? Look, and I can see it all happening. I'm
bad.
telling you, I can see it in my own eyes. She was more like most people when they get busy, they just enjoy that company that they're having at that moment. She was living like she was a third party. Like she just lived through the sounds and
Perry
stuff like that. Just crazy stuff. She's like an undercover little freak.
Perry, you are making shit up, and stop, because people will
I'm just saying
believe
in
you.
my mind, that's how it's going down. Yeah.
God.
So go ahead.
What are the odds? They've got to prove that it was really bad. I don't think they're ever going to show us. I feel that they're really trying to punish Kenya. I think that taking her products out of Sally's is going too far. You already
But that's
fired her.
Sally's decision. But that's Sally's decision to that's whoever runs Sally's decision to remove her products over Bravo.
Well, plus they probably thought they were, that it was a big deal. We need to see the evidence before you start pulling people's
I
products.
agree. I mean, I'm very much the believer of innocent until proven guilty. I think the public deserve to see the receipts of what really happened before you start canceling people.
But I think when a company is already under some kind of financial stress, right? And you sort of want her back, but you're thinking about, damn, it still might not work with Kenya, and we paying her this high salary. But once you don't sign the contract, you can't get out the contract unless a person breaks something, a moral clause or something. Now we get you with the simple thing. And I think Salley could have bailed out because the hair products wasn't selling anyway. And they got tired of taking up shelf space. So they used that to cut ties. Just my opinion.
Well, that's one of the things. So there were 2 scripts that got leaked from Sally's that the head office created. And one was, what should staff say if people ask about the Kenya Moore controversy? And there was an answer for that. And then there was sort of an answer that staff should say if people ask why it's getting cancelled. And in that response, they basically say it was always the plan to get rid of it, supposedly.
See, they're using this as an excuse. That's what you're saying. They're using it as an excuse.
I mean, this is how retail works. As someone who works in retail myself, there are lots of companies. They'll, if something happens, they'll come up with an excuse to try and justify their action. That's something I see with a lot of companies doing every day.
PT says Kenya is just mean-spirited. I didn't know all these people hated Kenya and has done tons of dirt. She didn't think it through. She destroyed her own career. Salley made their decision based on her actions.
Right. And then the one young lady said,
that's true.
Her products making Sally's any money?
My mind's telling me no.
Something is wrong. Something is wrong.
Of course. You know what? They would keep anybody sitting there if they was making money off of it. Actually, Kenya could have been in the video. They wouldn't have cared.
Perry, I'm gonna need you to relax. You're going off on Porsha. You're going off on Kenya. Is just, I don't know. Maybe it's just time for Raw to be done.
I'm like Carlos King. I love all the ladies.
Oh my God. All right, you guys. Let's pull a couple comments.
No, Carlos King's, he's obsessed with Teresa at the moment.
Is he saying bad things about Teresa?
No, he's sucking up to her and doing tours with her and interviews with her.
Carlos King is about to be in some serious trouble over love and marriage Huntsville. We'll talk about that next one. Kenya is what does that mean? Get you before you get me, girl. Well, I just like her. I don't know. I don't need an excuse. I just like her.
I like Kenya, and I really believe there'll be no show. It's not going to be a good show without her. I'm afraid.
It's not. This Salley deal supposedly is a decision made before all of this. The products weren't selling, so you agree with Perry.
The products wasn't selling, and according to Michelle Brown, the salon wasn't even open. So, and it's no proof that the products work.
You're messing.
Okay, let me stop. I don't know.
All right, Freddie, we got to schedule another morning show so we can talk about everything, because I will be covering Orange County this season because they are not going to railroad Shannon Bedore. Okay.
No, I mean, Big Jugs should just disappear, aka whatever. Yeah.
So I gotta cover that show because you are not going to mess with Shannon.
It's Big Jugs that's come back as a friend of the show. She's going with Shannon secondhand, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm dating John now," and it's like, who boasts about having someone sloppy seconds? I mean, I don't get it.
So we'll restart the show. if you can. We'll try to. I'll call. We'll stay on the line and then we'll try to figure it out. All right, you guys. It's not much going on today.
Oh, have you talked about how Diddy's home in Los Angeles is allegedly up for sale, off market?
We talked about Diddy. Did you see Diddy go out this weekend on his jet? I'm so over
Yes,
Diddy.
I did.
Oh my
I
God.
did.
What else? That's it. It's really slow today. I wanted to ask you guys really quickly in the chat. What do you guys think if I start reviewing Mama June's show and her stealing Honey Boo Boo's money? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys watch that show.
Damn thief.
Put a 1 in the chat if you watch Mama June. I just want to take a quick poll.
I thought it was ages ago that she was with that who was that ex guy that she had the drug addiction with, and she sold her house and she nicked all her children's money. Not just
They
in
sold
the
the house,
husband.
but then they spoke up the house.
You guys, look, a lot of people watch this show.
Oh,
All right,
really?
we got to pick it up, Perry. Let's pick it up.
I might say something wrong.
Who was the criminal guy that she used to date? I thought they stole
Gino?
Gino, yeah. I thought it was her and Gino that stole Honey Boo Boo's money like 2 or 3 years ago now.
It was her. And they're going to court. So we got to cover this. Look at you guys. You guys want to hear it. All right, you guys, listen. We're out. Freddie, don't hang up. Any last words, Perry?
Oh, look.
Oh, God.
I love Kenya. And everybody know I love Porsha, right? But I just got to keep it true. It's okay. I mean, I ain't trying to hurt their feelings, but I just got to speak the truth about it. But, until then, Porsha can bounce back. Kenya can get another job.
I got it. Perry, hurry up.
Well, I love Kenya, and actually, this Britney girl should allegedly be thanking Kenya for keeping her in a job, because apparently these new people have been bloody boring.
Look, I don't know. We're
okay, but
we're out of here.
This got to end some way and somehow. Okay.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right, you guys. We will see you tomorrow.
No thanks.